Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for coming back. If this is your first time, please don't make it your last. Please make sure you subscribe. Please join the family. If these are like the type of videos that you like to watch, please subscribe and join us. If you're an old-time subscriber, thank you so much for coming back. It means so much to me. Guys, I know I sound some type of way today because I'm down with the cold, so that's why I sound like this. So forgive the way I sound, okay? But I just wanted to come and talk about this particular topic because it's been on my mind forever. Like, I've been wanting to talk to you guys about like my initial first experience, like when I got here, and things that I wasn't really prepared for, things I thought maybe I never even thought about it. That was a thing. Like, it never even crossed my mind. Maybe if it did cross my mind, or if I saw a video like this on YouTube that I watched and somebody spoke about it, maybe I would have like been more prepared. You know what I mean? So I'm not gonna say like obviously like maybe I regret, then I'm not gonna call them regrets, but I just feel like if I had known, I would have prepared more. Guys, I also want to put a disclaimer out there. Whatever I'm saying on my YouTube channel is based off my experience. I don't want anybody to take it personal. My journey might not be your journey. Like, what I went through might not be what you're going to go through. I mean, even if like me and somebody applied on the same day, we might not get the visa on the same day. Like, even if we get the visa on the same day, it might not be the same time we get the email. I don't know if you guys get what I mean. So whatever I say on my YouTube channel is based off my experience. I don't want anybody to take things personal. Oh, you have to do your research. You didn't do your research. You didn't do this. You didn't do that. Whatever I come here to say is what I experienced. So I don't have to go on Google and start searching things to be sure what's going on or whatever, but I'm just telling you guys my own experience. I just wanted to put that out there because there's been a lot of like comments down there, and to be honest, I actually really enjoy people's comments. I enjoy responding back to you guys. So always put a comment there whenever you feel like it, and I'll definitely be responding to it. So I always enjoy seeing your comments. It makes me feel like at least what I'm doing, you guys are watching and you guys actually love it. So it makes me really happy. If that's what you want to see, I mean, if that's like something you want to know about, keep on watching. All right. So I know obviously like a lot of people talk about the very first thing on my list is very obvious. Like, a lot of people talk about it, but it wasn't something that I really gave like so much thought when I was coming, which is the hair part as a woman. And most of these things would probably center around women. When I got my visa, I wasn't really thinking too much about this hair thing. Everybody knows, coming to America, hair is really expensive over here. But I guess maybe when we don't really know how expensive, or we're not even really prepared for, how much it is. And to be honest, I feel like the way we feel like this, especially like Africans, is because of how cheap it is. I'm not gonna say cheap, but how like how affordable it is to make hair back in our own country, as regards coming to America to you make your hair. To be honest, it didn't really dawn on me until like I think the first 2 months I had my braids on. I had braids before coming from Nigeria, so I had that on for like I think almost 3 months before I got my green card. And then after I think before I got my green card, I took it off because it was braids. And to be honest, see, this hair thing is in like different stages, so I'm just going to break it down. Number one is the cost of hair, right? The cost of hair in America is alarming. Let's just even start with that one. It is high, it is expensive, okay? Like, it is just ridiculous to me because I know how much I used to make hair in Nigeria, and like, how is hair this expensive? Like, how? Like, normally, like that braids, if you guys have not seen my relocation video, go and watch it. I had that hair, and that hair was like 10K to make the hair. Like, I paid 10,000 naira to make that hair. And over here, to make that type of braids, I mean, knotless braids, if you want it like maybe medium size or whatever, and then the type of size you want to make depends on how much you pay. So if you want to make, if you're the type that you like tiny hair, tiny weaving, my sister, you will pay a lot. So the most you would probably get would be I think the big ones are always a little bit more affordable, but it's not like affordable like Nigeria, if you guys get what I mean. Like, this part pissed me off so many times. I think the first time I wanted to make my hair, I just wanted cornrows all the way to the back, and then I wanted to wear my wig, and I went to this African what's it called, salon, and the way they made it, it wasn't straight. There's this woman, God, there's this woman called Mama Eni, like not close to, that stays not far from my parents' place. She makes very, very nice didi, like, you guys know what I mean, like she makes very nice cornrows, you know, and then she doesn't charge more than 1,000, like, and it will be tiny and neat, as in you will carry it for so long. But then my first hair that I made in America, oh God, it felt like our last born, like a little child made the hair. Like, it wasn't looking straight, it was so tight. I had to take the hair off, like, and it was just expensive, you know, and I was so mad. Like, it just got me really upset. And I feel like, as a person, like, in a way, if somebody had warned me or told me about things like this, I would have carried so many wigs, you know. But I didn't bring so many wigs coming to America because I didn't know that hair was going to be that expensive. I mean, I had heard it, people talk about it, you know, you see it on social media, but I never, you know, gave it so much thought, because all that was in my head was just the what's it called, just come here and spend time with my husband. I remember last year December I made knotless braids. That's actually the first time, and since I've been here, that's been the only time I've like had the mind to make braids in America. So I make braids here. I made knotless braids. That's my type of braids that I make, to be honest. I actually love making knotless braids because it doesn't really have so much, it doesn't pain you that much, and I have a tender head, so I like the hair that doesn't, you know, make my head like, or start giving me headache and all of that. So I made knotless braids, and guys, within 1 month, the roots of the hair was already so bulky, like it felt like I'd carried that hair for 3 months. And normally in Nigeria, like if I'm going to make braids, like I carry braids for at least maybe 2 months and some weeks. Sometimes even people still ask me, this hair is still nice, so don't take it off. You understand what I'm saying? But here, like my own experience, like I make hair and then before you know it, it's already rough. Like, what's going on? You know what I mean? So that's another thing. And then considering the fact that you made that hair for a lot of money, and braids is not even something that you even throw so much money at, because once you make the hair and you take it out, you throw away the extension. Like, you can't use it again, except if maybe you buy those other extensions that people are using right now, the curly ones and those other ones. But I mean like the Canicolon extension, like the ones that the expression and the rest of them, you guys know what I mean. Those type, once you use it, you trash it. So why would I not spend that much money on hair? You know, that was another thing that I experienced with the hair. So guys, my advice with, you know, with this one is, if you don't plan on cutting your hair when you get to America, please just carry a lot of braided wigs. If you're the type that like braids, I think maybe that was what I should have done. And I really felt so bad when I got here, and obviously, like, I didn't have, you know, enough wigs and all of that, and obviously I can't carry my hair like rough, and you know, and I'm the type of person that I get tired of one style quickly. I don't like to wear the same thing. So guys, please make sure you equip yourself with a lot of wigs if you know that you're not going to cut your hair. So if you cut your hair, fine. I mean, that saves a lot of money and saves you a lot of stress. But you know, getting a lot of wigs is something that I would advise ladies to do. Don't just be too overwhelmed about the visa and everything and then don't prepare. Please prepare and get enough wigs for yourself, so you don't spend ridiculous amount of money on hair like that, you know. Another thing I want to talk about is comparing prices. When I got to America, anytime I go anywhere, I would always compare prices, and then with that hair thing, I would compare how much I'm paying here compared to how much I used to pay in Nigeria. So I told you guys I made braids here. The braids I made here, when I calculated how much I made it, it was almost 200,000 naira. And I would never for the life of me, hey, I will never ever for the life of me pay 200,000 naira for hair in Nigeria. No. Even if you do home service, I don't even understand. I don't even want to know that type of home service you are doing for me that will make me pay 200k for that hair. As in, that hair must just be like long to the door. I don't even want to understand like how I'm going to pay that much money for hair in Nigeria. Like, it's not even possible, except if I'm buying like maybe all these extensions like bone straight, you know, those type of, you know, that's what I can splurge money on and spend that amount of money on. But braids, ha, hey, that I'm only just going to carry for a few months and trash away, and that's the end. I'm not going to pay that amount of money. So it was always very, very bad. Like, anytime I go out and then I look at the prices, it's like, why are things this expensive? And to be honest, like, it got me really sad. I was struggling with that part a lot, and I was just advised that, guys, when you get to America or you travel, please don't just even compare prices, because you just give yourself an attack for no reason. Just buy what you want to buy and go. Now I have made peace with it, and I am used to it already. I don't even try to compare prices anymore, because to be honest, comparing prices is something that it will get you too upset and so worked up. It's not like as if you don't have the money, but considering the fact that you just want to throw that money away on something that, you know, it's not, it's just, it wasn't just sitting well with me at first. Guys, please, when you get to America, don't compare prices, okay? Just so you don't have an attack. That's it. And then number 2 is food. So obviously, as Africans, and especially maybe Nigerians like us, like, you know, when you're traveling, you carry food items and all. But I tell you, like, when you're coming to America, please, if it's possible for you to make your bag, as in whatever is in your bag, 90% food and just 10% of clothes. Clothes are easy to buy. To be honest, clothes are not that expensive. You can really literally, like, even if you don't bring clothes, you can buy clothes here, except if maybe you're the type that you go to parties, you know, you want to bring your gele, you want to bring like most of your native outfits and all of those things, you can bring that. To be honest, like, I brought a lot of like my native attires, because I know there might be a party that or anything that will just pop up, so at least I'll have something to wear, which is nice. So guys, at least I'm happy I did that one. So if you're coming, don't just bring like jeans, because those ones are even things that you can buy here, to be honest. So I would not even really pack things that I know I can easily buy here. So things that you know that you probably have to spend money on, probably maybe like native attires and all of that, you can bring that, but let it be more of food. Because to be honest, like, food is it's just like hair, is expensive. And this one, I would not even be angry, or I think now that I've made peace with it and I finally understand what's going on, I know the reason why food is expensive. To be honest, if you're the one actually selling in America, to actually own a store in America is not cheap. That's one. Number 2, to bring these things from wherever they're coming from in America, in Africa rather, to America is not cheap as well. And then obviously they have to make profit. So if I'm the one, I do business, so I now finally understood why, you know, things are that expensive, especially food items are that expensive here, because, you know, it takes them a whole lot of process to bring it in. Sometimes they even lose money because the stuff might even get bad on the way coming to America and the rest of that. So I get it, but when I first got here, oh my god, it was always too, like, it was always too much for me, because anytime we go to African store, I'll look at yam and I'll be like, ah, god, how can yam be this expensive? Yam that I'm buying at home for so price. So yam that, you know, like, it was just always so annoying. Like, it got me really worked up. And I'm saying this, I don't know if anybody else has experienced this. If you've experienced something like this, please leave a comment down there. Let me know I'm not alone, and let me know I'm not just the Yoruba woman that is just being overly too dramatic and all of that. But to be honest, like, there were some things that was just really annoying me, and there's some things that are not accessible to you. Now, even if you go to an African store and everything, like, you guys know Ijebu Pomo, which is like the brown cow skin. As a Yoruba woman, I like Pomo a lot. Like, I love cow skin. Is it that we put, like, do peppered pomo, or you just put it in your efforiro, or you make native rice, you add it to it. Like, it's just so many things you can use it for. And then I tried to bring some into the country, but it was seized at the airport, so I don't even advise you doing that. Don't even try bringing it. But I now found this lady on Instagram that sells it here in America, in fact here in Atlanta, and then she told me to buy 4 pieces of momo is $25. Guys, help me calculate how much $25 is in naira. Hey, 4 pieces of momo, like, how much is the whole cow? Hey, good, because I don't understand. It might sound funny, but to be honest, like, it's just like, how? You know, if you want to buy Iru, like, you know, because sometimes like when I need things like this and I can't get them at the African store, you probably have to reach out to or find people that sell probably maybe in their house. So maybe these people, they have a way to that they bring it into the country. So you have to, it's just like you're buying contraband, you understand? So you have to buy from them, and then it's expensive. So now during agbalumo season, which is like the African cherry, I'm a lover of agbalumo. I love agbalumo, but it is not anywhere here in America. I've searched, in fact, I've searched different stores that they sell fruits. Maybe it's even some called another name. I have searched, it's not here. So I later found this lady online that sells agbalumo. So apparently she brings it, ships it from Nigeria and brings it to America. Guys, hey, you guys should don't see. I can't even tell you how much she was calling agbalumo. Like 5 was almost for $50 or something like that. Like, how agbalumo that is maybe for 2,000 naira or at most, you understand? Like, how is it like $50? You understand what I'm saying? So it's just like so much. Like, there's so many things that you would miss, to be honest, or that I missed. I'm not speaking for everybody, but these are the things that I went through, and I'm just sharing this, so maybe you learn 1 or 2 things from it. So yeah, at least you get yourself prepared. I'm not saying this to scare anybody or to say don't come to America. America is not good, but I'm telling you my experience, like when I first got here. But now I've made peace with these things, and to be honest, I'm just like rolling with the punches at this point, because you know I'm not just going to spend my whole years in America sad about what's going on. But at first it hit me like real bad, and I think because I didn't think about it before coming, so coming in here and experiencing it at the same time was like a lot for me. So there was just so many things. I spoke about getting like fresh foods in my other video. So getting fresh foods, especially like maybe fresh leaves like ugu, like your water leaf, all those other things, shoko, tete, all those, you can't get it. Okay. You can't get it. Like, you want to cook oha soup now, and then you go to the market, you buy fresh oha leaves, you buy periwinkle, his sam is blue and is fresh. You can't get it to my sister, my brother. Like, none of that. If you're even going to find it, it's probably dried or frozen. And I would actually even take frozen ugu, but I've actually not seen frozen ugu. The only one I've seen at the African store is dried one. And then maybe because they dried it, it's so bitter. I tried to use it to cook, and then I did not like the result at all. I don't know if I should have done something else with it. If you guys know what I should have done to it, please let me know in the comment section, because I used it and I did not like it. I had to throw away the whole thing. So you guys, if you have any idea, let me know. Food, the hair, and comparing prices, those things are not something I would advise you to do. If you're coming to America, please bring a lot of wigs if you don't cut your hair or you don't feel like cutting your hair. But if you feel comfortable with paying that amount of money, to make hair all the time, is fine. You can do that. I mean, now I don't have a problem with it. I make my cornrows now for $60 and I'm fine with it. I cannot kill myself. I mean, now what can I do? So but you would make peace with it and you feel better later on. But I'm just sharing this right now so that you guys would get yourself prepared and get your mind prepared for what you're about to come into. Yeah. So another thing obviously, like I wanted to talk about, was I didn't think about how changing environment or coming to America was going to affect my business. So I know I've never ever spoken about my business on this channel before. If you guys don't know, I am Lami, CEO of Lami's Intimates and Bikinis. You can go check us out on Instagram. I sell lots of lovely beach wears in Lagos, Nigeria, and the business is still moving right now. So if you are in need of bikinis, beach wears, whatever, please go on our Instagram. It's Lami's_Intimates on IG and check us out. Okay, yeah. So I had two businesses in Nigeria before coming to America, which was I had a logistics business, you know, the dispatch rider business, and I also had the Lami's Intimates and Bikinis. Obviously I can't manage both businesses, like, you know, being in America and all of that, so one of it had to go, and the dispatch business had to go, because even while I was in Nigeria myself, managing that business was just a lot. You know how riders can be, they can frustrate your life. So I had to sell the bike, and I sold at a ridiculous price. Guys, I know, you know, I told you guys that I only had 1 month and some weeks left on my visa, so because of that I had just few time to, you know, get myself prepared. And I think maybe that was one of the things that also affected me, because I didn't have so much time to prepare. So everything was a rush coming here, and I did not prepare so much for so many things. So I guess that was why, like, I got really affected when I first got here. So you know, I sold the bike, and because you know, Nigeria now, especially when they know that you're in need and then you want to sell things quickly, they'll price it down to like a very ridiculous amount of money. So I didn't have a choice, so I had to sell the bike. And then the business right now, to be honest, I didn't even think about how the business was even going to function when I get here. The only thing I just did was I packed, because I used to sell from my home, so I packed the bikinis and I took it to my parents' place on the mainland. And then when that happened, when I got here, the time difference, the time difference really affected my business, and also the distance from where the items would be picked up and be delivered also affected the business, and I'll explain why. So now, when I was in Nigeria, I used to stay on the island, and deliveries, most of my customers are on the island. So I would say maybe probably 85% of my customers live on the island. So deliveries within island to island was probably, like, at that time was 1K, you know, at most 1,215, you know, depending on where you are on the island. But then when I moved the stuff from the island to the mainland to my parents' place, so delivery from the mainland to the island now became really expensive, you know. And then customers were paying you know, as high as 3,000 naira, 2,500. Some even actually pay 4,000, especially people that stay around Shogotedo, like Aja area, you know, like those parts, like they were paying as much as 4,000 naira for delivery, which was a lot of money, to be honest. Like, even me, I was feeling really bad when that was happening, but I didn't have any choice. So that really affected the business to the point that the business even actually almost closed down, because, to be honest, customers would be like, why do I have to pay 2,500 to deliver a bikini when, you know, I can buy from somewhere else and, you know, I'll get it delivered for 1K. So it really affected the business, to be honest. At the beginning stage, I started looking for every way or means possible to, you know, get it sorted out and all of. I lost a lot of customers in that process, but thank God I gained new ones, and I'm fine with it. I'm okay. I'm content with where I am, and I'm super grateful. But these are things that, if you're someone that probably maybe you have business right now, you're selling something, you're doing something right now, and then start thinking of ways of, you know, how you're going to cope if you're going to completely shut down the whole thing, or you still want to, you know, carry on with doing your business while you're here. To be honest, it's possible. It's just a lot stressful. It's very stressful, but you can still continue doing your business even while you leave Nigeria. So you don't have to completely shut down the whole thing. The ones you know that you have to shut down, obviously be realistic. You have to, because I had to shut down the dispatch business, because, to be realistic, like, it wasn't just going to work. There was no way. How will I be calling dispatch rider or be checking where dispatch rider is? And you know, customers, when it comes to deliveries, like, they will call you and call you, and then there's no way I will be giving people my international number to be calling me like that. So that part I knew wasn't going to work. So you just have to be realistic with yourself. So if you're a business person right now, you have a business, something that you're doing, and then you're in this process, start thinking of ways that you make it work when you get there. So maybe you have to open up a store, or you have to, you know, have your family help you handle it. Whichever thing you have to do, start thinking of it right now, so you don't fall into that same space that I had to. Because me, I only got 1 month and some weeks left on my visa, and you know, I had to leave as soon as possible. So everything was a rush, you understand? So you can think of anything that you want to do. Maybe knitting, you can go learn how to knit, you can learn how to make hair, you can learn how to do, you know, maybe makeup, maybe gele, like just any type of thing, something that will keep you, you know, busy. So maybe while you don't have your papers, or you're still waiting for your papers, you can, you know, do something, or you can maybe, I mean, I don't know, but I'm just saying, like, just find something, okay? Like, it doesn't have to be what I'm saying, but just find anything that makes you happy, and then you do that, okay? Do anything that makes you happy, okay? But I just wanted to share the things that I felt that affected me when I first got here, and I just felt like, you know, if I share with you, maybe you would learn one or two things from, you know, what I'm saying, or what I have said, or my experience, or what I had to go through when I got here. But to be honest, it's been a lovely journey. I'm not even going to lie, it's been a wonderful journey, and I'm really, really excited and grateful to God. I am not even going to in any way, shape or form say, oh, I regret coming here. I do not. It's actually one of the best decisions that I've ever made in my life, and I'm excited. I am happy about it, and I'm thankful to God for giving me the opportunity to. So guys, I'm also praying for you guys that are also doing the same thing, that I pray that you get that visa, because I know how it is, to be honest. I know how it feels. I know how you guys are feeling right now, because I've been there and I know how it is. So I pray that you get that visa. Just keep praying and keep hoping, submit the right documents, and also always check online, see, you know, what you need to do. And to be honest, like, just right now, you can probably maybe go and learn something just to take your mind off the whole waiting for the visa thing, because to be honest, like, the visa actually kept me from doing so many things. I wanted to do so many things, but I would be like, okay, so what if my visa comes tomorrow? That means I have to go and sell it. That means I have to break it down. So I was so, like, I could not do so many things because I was waiting for that visa. But guys, go and learn how to make that hair, learn how to do that makeup, because to be honest, these things can make you a lot of money when you get here. Hair, makeup, outfits, learn how to make outfits. To be honest, it's a lot of money. I wish I'd maybe learned how to do something. But to be honest, like, guys, just do what makes you happy, okay? I just wanted to come here to share my experience with you guys. If there's anything you guys maybe I missed, or anything that you experienced when you got here, please leave it in the comment section. Let's talk about it, okay? I want us to have fun under this video. All right, so keep being you, keep being lovely people. Thank you so much. If you've not subscribed to this point, what are you waiting for? Should I come and kneel down and beg you? Subscribe now, please click the like button also if you like this video, and also share to your friends, and click that notification bell so every time I post new videos, you'll be the first one. I know that would be lovely. Thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful day. Bye.